Hello, everybody.
Hey, G.
What's going on?
I had to hit the button like 5 times to get up.
Yeah, yeah,
Play.
IG knows what's going on.
Always. They know that we the knowers and they trying to get on the boat. We the knowers and they trying to get on the boat, baby.
Let's go.
How you feeling today?
I'm amazing. How are you guys?
Listen, no complaints.
Yeah.
No
Beautiful.
complaints.
Yeah, I like that message when they let us know that JP Moore got to go. JP Moore got to go, and when you understand that JP Morgan is one of the holders for the United States for the IRS Treasury, then you understand why it's so important that they got to go. They got to go.
That's a big chunk too. With 30, what is it, 30, is it 4 billion?
But now you already know if they told us it's 44 billion, it's probably 888 billion.
Right. Probably something crazy.
Yeah, you know. And then Trump with the sovereign wealth fund.
First time ever for the US.
First time ever. What? People don't even understand what that is, though. Like, the money is ours, but if we don't go claim it, they're going to put it in this fund and utilize it, which still falls in line with the Unclaimed Property Act that says that if the wealth, until the person who this wealth belongs to come and claim it, that the state can use it as securities to make money for the state. But as soon as the recipients say, hey, no, that's mine, they got to give them all the principal and interest that they made. Like I said, we've hired these people, but we don't even know how to tell them to perform. So, yeah, to see them get the gold back, I love that. I love that. U.S. Bank going to be next. Watch what I tell you. Because it's Chase works one side of the treasury, depending on your state, and U.S. Bank work the other side of the treasury, depending on your state. So let's look out for when they say U.S. Bank got their gold back too, because it's got some more gold too, because it's definitely coming.
Yeah.
So, guys, what you have to understand about this wealth fund is it basically is a country's entire budget surplus is passed through the sovereign wealth fund. All right. So that means that the country can now use it for any new investments. So they've already stated what those new investments are going to be. You understand? They've told you out loud what those new investments are, and somehow you guys aren't investing in the new investments. They let up with AI, but AI blew up the other day. China just kind of rediverted that money to cryptocurrency because once they realized that things could be done cheaper, the investors are now pulling back their billions of dollars to say, you know what, let's look at this market as a sum total now. Because of what happened the other day and with China releasing theirs, faster, cheaper, the need for all these super chips aren't really necessary. Just back again to money laundering. The whole way that the United States operates is from a money laundering paradigm. So I'm just letting you guys know that there's immense opportunity in this. Right? You don't have to sit on the sideline. You don't have to invest in ETFs. You can invest directly within cryptocurrency. So we have now JP Morgan Chase has now, you can see it here, right? There's a $4 billion plan for U.S. gold delivery amid tariff fears. But understand, every bank, because they're moving back to the gold standard, every bank has to also hold gold in reserve. Following? Every bank has to hold gold in reserve. So part of today's call is to show you guys how they can get involved in two ways with gold. All right. The first way, and this is the easiest way, guys. If you comment the word, I have it pinned in the messages here. Champ, what's the Glint Pay trigger?
So the Glint Pay is going to be Glint 25, GLINT, the number 25, all together.
All right, guys. So what Glint Pay is it's a new way of buying gold and silver without actually having it physically, right? So they have a vault in Switzerland, and they would secure your gold and silver purchases in that vault. Now, what they did was they have a partnership with MasterCard. So what you're looking at is a computer screen, but then what you're looking at right here is my actual situation because we've been on it. And this works just like a debit card. So I got involved in this probably a year and a half ago when we put it out to the community. The account is up over 46% today. Silver just came on. So when we first launched this, they only had gold. Now they have gold and silver. So when you comment that word, there is a 7-8 minute interview by the CEO where he talks about the program and all the pluses of it. And then there's a referral code also that you need to use. That referral code is for us, and you actually get 50% vault fees for the first year. All right. The good thing about it is this is a way that you hedge against inflation. So whatever money I put on here, because I'm up 47%, I can liquidate it easily. The issue when you hold tangible physical gold is it's not easily liquid, right? It's more so for store value. So what these guys did was they created a more liquid way of owning gold and silver. All right, guys, this is easier than using Cash App. Trust me when I tell you. The other wild thing that I didn't even realize until today was you could actually transfer gold and silver to friends and family within the app. All right, so that's just a few bonuses right there. We told you guys about this day years ago. You understand? So now we're just at the point where they're right at our doorstep. So whether you're prepared or not, that's a different conversation. But I don't think there's any more time, right? Because on the last call, we said everything has been increasing except for your pay. So if you're sitting at work right now, and just think about it, when was the last time that you got a pay raise to keep up with the rate of inflation?
Wait.
The reason they set up financial advisors is because they know that this country creates a system where they know that people, one, they never taught them how to manage money, right? So now we can create a system because people don't have time. Convenience culture, right? It doesn't take much time to understand how to grow your money. You don't need somebody to tell you that. They're not giving you the proper returns that you deserve. So when you go into these Bitcoin ETFs, you're better off owning Bitcoin. I mean, it takes you 2 seconds to buy Bitcoin. The reason why you would rather go into the ETF is because you don't, one, trust the information and you don't trust yourself. But you would much rather trust an institution to hold something for you that you can hold yourself.
Yep.
It's a new day, man. If you don't feel like you've been being body slammed by this country with it's the financial just pressure they've been putting on us, then you're tripping, because we have the information now. And I don't mean like Skyton Academy. I just mean like, not just Path. Like, we all have the information now at our disposal.
Yep.
So what's holding you back from executing? Lack of time, right? It's always the lack of time. I don't have time. It's all good, guys. They have a place for people who don't have time, because at some point, once everything gets integrated, you're just gonna acclimate to it, because they're gonna sell you on the next convenience, and you're gonna accept it, and it never works for us. Think about it. Give me something that actually is convenient, that's actually working for you, that's affording you more time to go ahead and do whatever. Everything's supposed to be convenient. How do we have less and less time with the most convenience ever in history and the most automation? Riddle me that one. It is all fear. It's just fear and lack of knowledge. That's it. We have so much that entertains us, right? We can't drop that. That's where all our time is going, in entertainment.
Yep.
The binging of Netflix, the binging of whatever you do. And I'm not sitting here to try to shake people. I'm just telling you that's the time that you need to start dedicating to things like this.
And I think also a part of it is not just the waste of time that people have. A lot of people are in the stage, well, let me see you do it first. How about you do it first? You understand what I'm saying? Everybody want to sit back and wait to see how far others go before they jump out there. But then sometimes now you didn't jump too late. You 1 second too late because you were waiting to see someone else's progress. Yeah, and then another thing that I believe when it comes to people itself is people really think they have time. They're like, yeah, y'all been saying this since, yeah, they really think that they have time. And unfortunately, baby, y'all ain't got no time. The time is not on your side. They doing last call.
Mm-hmm.
At the club they say last call. It's the last call. And I wish people would realize that, but their attention is diverted in so many other areas that they just, it's starting to be sad. But hey, I'm on the boat. Y'all on the
Like,
boat?
That's it.
yeah, definitely.
We
I've been on
coming.
this boat.
Straight up.
I've been holding the boat back so more people can get on it. But at this point, man, I gotta go.
I gotta
I
go,
gotta
and that's what people don't
go.
get.
And listen, it's not meant for everybody to make it either, guys. So there's a reason why the top 1% has been splitting from each other. And I'm not saying that's the goal. I'm just telling you that we have counterparts that have been running laps around us for obvious reasons, right? Now we're in the day of, okay, hit them with the emotional trigger response, right? Y'all gonna go back to marching? Y'all gonna keep praying? It's the person who gave us the problem is not going to give us the solution.
At all.
And y'all looking for leadership. The leadership is within you. You just got
Blue.
to look at your circumstances and say, yo, I'm tired of this check to check situation. What am I doing wrong? What am I not doing? You can't work your way to wealth. You can't save your way to wealth. And because they are flipping the switch, I'm telling you, there are cryptocurrency, digital assets right now that can literally change your circumstances because my life has been changed from it.
Mm-hmm.
And after.
All right.
And somebody actually put in so I'm watching the chat. If you guys see me looking off, I'm not ignoring y'all. I'm watching the chat, but they always stop it on the phone. So I'm looking in the chat, and somebody was like, basically, we got to recognize where some people come from. We got to give grace. Yes, that's true. We do got to give grace, but we do every single day. Consistency has always been the key, right? So look at it from this paradigm. Y'all didn't know us from a can of paint, right? But this whole time, for the last 3 years, when we created Skyton Academy, right, formerly Skyton Crypto University, we were delivering nonstop content, putting people onto the future of finance for 3 years nonstop. That was as a business. Before that, Steve and I we both been in this industry since 2015. We was doing the same exact thing without the business. We were just doing this for friends, family, anybody who would listen, pouring in countless hours of time, energy, our personal resources, trying to set people up, trying to set people free. When you give someone the alley oop, right? That's it. That's it. That's the breadbasket. The rest is always on the person who's receiving it to be able to execute.
Yep.
So that in itself is grace. Pat, T been doing the same exact thing. She's been delivering this information to people, getting people prepared for the future, period. Right? How to obtain your freedom, how to operate in the system, telling you that things were changing instantaneously. And it was happening right in your faces. Now we're at a pivotal point in time where, truth be told, there is no remaining time left. And I'm not fearmonger you guys into like pressing you for time, but first mover advantage matters, right? If anybody gave you a play, you would rather get in a play before it takes off. That's the same thing we've been doing, and we've been telling it for 3 years nonstop. So yes, I understand where you coming from with that comment, but grace is given every single day. The information is given every single day. It's truly up to you to, one, be conscious of it, and two, actually execute off the information. We can't do anything outside of that. We've done our parts.
That part.
Listen, and what's even crazier, you have to think about it. I didn't come from financial literacy background. My parents struggled through America back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
That's
You
fact.
understand? So that's not going to be my reality, right?
Yep.
Because we all know what life feels like when bills are on auto pay, right?
Yep.
We all know what life feels like when bills are late. Nobody cares. I'm just telling you, this is what we signed up for. Nobody cares. You
Nobody.
took on that credit card. Nobody cares. Don't pay it. And
Mm-hmm.
then you see the trickle down effect of it. So if this ain't like somebody's forcing something on you right now. I'm just telling you that old financial system is crumbling. There's a new one being built. So if you miss the financial literacy of the past and you're not lining up to understand the language of the future, you're just selfish at this point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Being broke is just selfish at this point because we have the information. So, but you keep holding on to, oh, they're not giving us opportunity. Oh, they. Who's they? Because somehow everybody has money to do whatever they feel like they want to do at any given moment, right?
Yeah.
Vacations, them spring breaks, those Walt Disney trips, like shit, figured it out then. It's 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 over now, guys. It's like it's a new day upon us, but you choose you just picking and choosing what you want to hear and what you want to deal with. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. You understand?
Don't
But
ask
don't
us for
cry over
grace in the
spilt milk.
process.
Know what?
And that's, and like you said, that's fine. But then don't come to us asking us for grace. While y'all want grace, we want appreciation. Because I didn't have to do it. They didn't have to do it. They've been doing this since 2015. I started in 2012. I started teaching in like 2017 by myself in 2017. The information is there. But now that we at the crunch, your lack of being prepared is not our issue. Don't put that much pressure on us, especially if we know that we've dropped the information, right? Somebody just posted on the post saying that we were doing this live that they didn't have the money to join the academy, but they said they went and got a ledger because they've been on their free YouTube picking up all the gems. He didn't have $1. So it's like, now it's crunch time and you want us to stay back to help you when we've already moved forward. If I'm 10 miles ahead and I turn around and you there, I got to run 10 miles back to come help you to run 10 miles again. Who just gave up all their effort? We
Yep.
did. That's not fair to us. So when we elevate, as we are, and we move to different levels and you're not with us, blame yourself, because we can't wait on y'all no more.
Yep.
And that's a good point. So what you have to do is, for everybody who's struggling financially right now, comment the word YouTube. Everything you need is in there. But the one thing that you're going to say that you don't have is time. So how do you buy back more time? That's the rabbit hole of it all. Because I know guys with a ton of money that don't have time for anything else. So this isn't about, there's no one way to do it. But if you don't have money, you need time, right? That means you're probably underpaid. That means you probably have to upskill, right? That means you might have to work longer hours. I get it. I get all that. I come from those circumstances.
Absolutely.
You think being an entrepreneur is like, like you get paid I don't know when checks are coming in. And this has been like this for 20 something years of my life.
That's all.
So miss me with a lot of this stuff, guys. I didn't come from those circumstances. This wasn't a business that my father or mother, passed down to me. No. The pain of my past created this, what you see today. And now what you're seeing today is an outlook as somebody that's looking out towards the future. All I did was I executed correctly 10 years ago when I heard something. You guys, we're to a point now where they've literally taken the life out of us. You are, your every being is wrapped around what you do. And that's what's messing people up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Them job cuts is coming. We put together a free group. Comment the word AVN1. It's a free group with free AI training that gives you training courses and things that you can take.
Immediately on a walk-in.
Right. They're not asking you for anything. So for the guys that don't have it, you just have to upskill yourself right now. The job cuts are here. We're in the age. This is the next industrial revolution, guys. And every single one of them has created immense opportunity, and it's also taken away opportunity. When I studied the three patterns with the ones prior, it was always the people at the lowest totem pole. And they all have one thing in common. They were not educated properly. They did not go to seek the knowledge. And I'd give it up to those because you had to go to a physical building at the time. But just because you on this live right now, that means you have access to information because you have a cell phone. And listen, if you don't have the money to pay for your cell phone, here's the next play. What's the word?
Listen up loud and clear. It's Mobile 25.
Okay, Mobile 25. This was a company that we gave years ago, right? It's a crypto-backed cell phone company. They have plans now, and their latest plan is free. Absolutely free, guys. You could bring your phone right over into whatever they're doing right now. So let me turn
Y'all
the
ain't got
camera.
no excuses.
So I'm gonna,
Y'all ain't got
Get
no
rewarded. You're
excuses.
getting rewarded in the process. Steve, talk to him.
so that means you're gonna earn mobile tokens which have value to them at the initial onset. This is when we tell you to understand cryptocurrency, understand the flow of stuff. You know who else is coming out with a free plan? Amazon. Amazon's coming out with a free mobile plan. But guess what? If Amazon gives you something free, that means they're gonna take something in return.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah,
gonna
you
have
got it.
you buying. So cell phones in the future, there's no point because all the data that they take from us is being monetized. Why do we need to pay and you're using our data? So when you go into the future of cell phones, they go into crypto and blockchain technology, they reward you. They actually ask you for your data in exchange for something. So how much are you paying for this information right now?
Mm-hmm.
So you want more grace or you want me to order it for you? All right, so there's 3 plans now. You have the 0 plan. There's no talk and text on that one. All right, but it does give you data, 10 gigs. So it's just data.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The next plan is an air plan. This one gives you, there's no contract, and it gives you 10 gigabytes of data and unlimited text and talk. $15 a month. Our phone bill went from hundreds of dollars a month down to a family of 4 paying $80. We got in at $20 into this infinity program that's now $30. So that's the issue. Every time, the thing about financial literacy is when you don't understand it, you end up paying more. Your credit is poor, you go get a car, you pay more, right? Your credit is poor, you go get a credit card, you pay more. This ain't rocket science, guys. It's mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
And the math is not mathing. It hasn't been. But we cannot, as a culture, keep accepting that this is going to keep happening. I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm over it. That's why I made the changes in my life to start saying, you know what serves me, what doesn't serve me. Let me cut this back. Let me cut that back. I ain't watching TV. Cut that, cut that. It's all time wasters at the end of the day. And then when you find new information, you start to realize like, oh shit, when you start paying attention to your business, you start to realize like, oh shit, oh, that's how you get money in this country. You pay attention to information and you execute. And then you start making money and you start using that investment to make more money. But you guys are cutting down apple trees that haven't even sprouted yet. So when they say the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, I made sure that my seeds were planted and I got a different root from where I came from, but I'm still looking at my old tree. I'm always going to be connected to that. So I'm still working through scarcity mindset ways and things like that. That's a lot to work through, but that doesn't mean it holds you back from actually executing. Because now you have to manage wealth now. That's a whole nother situation in itself. So that's why you see most lottery winners, 90% of them, they just blow the money. My wife just told me today, she was like, you know, there's a certain way to ask for certain things from the universe. And what we never really do as people is ask for grace as you're asking for that. And she tells me another story about Oprah, who was like, yeah, she always asked for strength. And then she stopped doing that. Because when you ask for strength, what happens? Shit, the universe is going to give you some shit to work through. So where am I finding the time to get this information to then share with you guys at the end of the day? So understand, we got the free phone. We got the Glint Pay that's going to help you hedge against inflation. Listen, if you could open a Cash App account and put money on there, you can buy gold and silver today for a couple dollars.
Yep.
So that savings account that you have that's giving you, I don't know, 0.25% or whatever they're giving now, 3%, whatever account it's in, empty that shit out, start to learn something first and figure out where to put that savings account. It is not worth anything sitting inside the bank. I get that is your safety net. I get they conformed and trained us to believe that, you know, the banks are our saviors. No, I got a debit card. This doesn't even run through the central bank right now.
That's it. That's the vibes right there.
What else we got for y'all? All right, for those of you who are into gold and silver, what's the word, champ?
So for the gold and silver is metal 24. METAL 24 all together, one word.
All right, so listen, this is at cost metal. So you think about, does anybody know what BJ's and Costco's is? You pay a membership fee and you get access to bulk buying, cheaper prices, right? Same thing. See this right here? This is a 100-ounce silver bar, right? Just a little over $2,300. This is the at cost metal price. So you pay a monthly membership, a yearly membership. We have an 18 and a 12-month membership with them. I have the 18-month membership. So anytime I go on here, I can purchase at cost prices. All right. This is for all my people with physical gold. See the price here? Now we go to some of the retail ones. Same situation. Look at the price. In order to get it to 36.14, you have to buy 5 or more of these. That means you have to spend almost 10 grand. This one here doesn't require you to buy any. There's no minimum. You can buy one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just using the higher price, guys, but they have other things, right? It does trade to the market, but it makes sense. if I tell you that silver is grossly underpriced right now, it is and commodities is one of the safest and oldest ways to hedge against inflation. And this is where we're going right now. Go ahead, Champ, take it away.
Yeah, nah, this is, well, first and foremost, I see a lot of people that are hitting the Glint situation, the Glint pay in the live comments. I'm gonna give you guys the actual. There's a referral code that comes with it, so you just need to input the referral code, and I'm dropping that in the chat. I can't pin it, so I just copied and pasted it a couple times. All right.
If it's the one that Steve sent me, it's in my link tree.
Steve, what you sent? You sent Glenn or
He sent
you sent?
me both.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Well, yeah.
So I just put them in the and if they were still dropping in the chat though.
Okay, got you. So y'all heard that loud and clear. It's in T's bio as well. So we dropped it here. You got.
And you know what? Looking at the fact that they're returning the gold and the silver, because remember, real true currency is gold, silver, and minerals. Okay. So for everybody last year that I told you guys to go on eBay and start buying those silver certificates, because when you read it, it says to be redeemed for lawful funds. And if the banks are now about to be backed by gold and silver again, which means those are items that you will be able to turn in for proper lawful funds, which is gold and silver. So for y'all that did it, congratulations. I don't be telling y'all to do nothing for nothing. I be knowing the time is coming. You may throw it in your drawer. I've been collecting that for years. It's just been sitting in my drawer, right? But I knew that it was lawful money. I know it's on commercial paper. I know it says the United States Treasury, and the system has to revert itself. So I just been stocking up on them. But baby, if you see the gold and silver is about to back the banks again, if you have those, you got a gold mine. Those silver certificates.
Absolutely. Nah, she giving y'all super game and super wisdom. And here's the thing. So again, people are operating under the paradigm that they must have a lot of capital to get involved with this stuff. Glint Pay, you can purchase as low as $20, $30, $10, right? And you dollar cost average. Right? Anytime you get extra cash, you allocate it towards it. You know what I mean? This is all about a mindset shift, right? We got to stop putting limitations on ourselves, and I'm gonna say myself as well, right? Because there's certain things that I do personally that I know is a limitation, is a hindrance to my progression. You know what I mean? To my forward movement, and that has to stop. All limiting beliefs have to cease. You got to believe. You got to know who you are, and you got to stand on that, and you got to operate like you're him, like you're her, and stop the excuses. Nothing is in your way unless you make it that way. People who said they didn't have this information. Cool, understandable, right? The information is available all on the web, all around you, right? The new way of the world is alternative teaching, coming on these platforms, discussing high level information, giving y'all insights to self. You see what we're doing on this call, and there's 400 people on this call right now. All y'all getting exposed to new information, right? I'm pretty sure y'all didn't know all of these things, but this is why we do what we do. This is why we build certain things like that. This is why community matters. Having a resource, having an actual platform and a place where you can come and you can get centralized information about all things: future finance, cryptocurrency, personal development, professional development. These are all things that's included inside the academy. It's $50 a month. I had a partner of mine. I'm gonna use this as a prime example. I had a partner of mine. He reaches out to me. He's asking me questions. He's like, "Listen, man, I see you've been talking about crypto for so long. Sorry, I ain't been paying attention. A partner of mine just came and brought it to my attention, and I heard Trump and him talk about crypto. So now it's pressing. Now it's in the spotlight. Now everybody has a sense of urgency. The sense of urgency that you feel is because you weren't prepared previously, right? You had the opportunity, you had the information, but you didn't act upon it, and that's the number one hill that everybody faces. A lot of times it's not fear. Sometimes it is, but for the most part, it's not really fear. It's just people feel like, I'm not involved in that. I'm not investing. It's not important. So they just don't do it, right? You feel like you have other things that take priority over it. But that's exactly why we created Skyton Academy. It's like you wait until it's hot and then now you want to jump in, right? But this information been existing. All of this value, it's been here. It's been live right in front of you. Look, right now on Steve's screen, I was actually about to show this, but Steve is pulling it up on the platform, right? This is Skyton Academy. Look at what you're getting on the walk-in, right? Immediately. And we put it in the order. You get Mastering FOMO in crypto investing. You get
And
crypto.
listen, the reason for that, guys, there's a psychology, and a lot of people are coming in fast.
Mm-hmm.
So this kind of slows you up to show you how you can make mistakes. Anytime you do something fast, you're going to make some errors.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Every time.
It's a slow paced game. So the FOMO situation, this is real. A lot of people are going through this right now.
Next, you got your Crypto 101. This is the first part of the 5-part foundation, right? You can either purchase it as a solo product, right? It has all 5 parts, or it's included inside of your monthly membership. So you got Crypto 101, you've got your crypto sectors, you've next got crypto security, right? That's huge. Then you have crypto scams, and then you have your cold storage wallets. Not only did we release the 5-part, now we expanded on that information. Now we have new courses for you. We just launched 2 days ago. We've got the beginner's guide to crypto exchanges. We show you guys how to actually research projects. Steve, what you was about to say?
No, okay.
So we got how to research projects, right? So now instead of just giving you guys information and you moving on the information, now you have the tools and the resources to fish for yourself. That's empowerment. All right. Then we also give you Cold Storage 101, which is a deeper dive into cold storage wallets. Guys, everything that you need is in terms of learning cryptocurrency from a foundational standpoint and building upon it, giving you all the tools that you need, a community that's around you that's solid, feeding you live information as it drops, value. Look at all the pillars we have: professional, cryptocurrency, personal development. You have your Skyton Academy enroll when you first come in. And then that free group that we gave you was AI Visionaries Network. That's the AVN1. All the information is here. Right now.
So understand,
Go ahead.
everything we gave you on the call is everything that we give our academy students first. Like, this is the information we're giving you is old. It's been around for a year already, if not 3 years on some of the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how far ahead of the times we were. The issue is, depending on when you come into certain markets, gold, when you started rocking with us, or even if you knew about gold before, you could have got into gold for $200, $500. But when we started the academy, when we started to teach gold, it was about like 1,500, high 14s.
Yep.
Now where are we at with gold price now?
$2,888.17 is current gold.
All-time high. So guys, the academy is probably your best bet in a sense that, listen, for $50 a month, that's $1.66 a day. There is nothing you're going to get for $1.66 out there. Or not even a cup of coffee nowadays, depending on where you go. And you get access to information. Not only is the courses in here, but you have the community talks, the live members only calls, and just think about the stuff that we're not telling you right now. And the reason that we don't waste time for people outside the community really like that is because we've noticed that no one executes when information is given free. They just take full advantage of it. Like, yeah, I'll get to it. You're going to bump your head. Trump and them, they're not playing right now. These guys are about to increase the velocity of money. And I'm just telling you that the money's not going to solve a lot of problems, but money is definitely, it shouldn't be a problem for most people. Mm-hmm. So if this year you can't get in position to change your financial outlook, right, it is going to be that much harder in the future. That's just a warning. And this ain't like fear mongering. This is just facts. And we also come on here with solutions. Even if you don't want to rock with us, just find a financial literacy group that can just assist you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care where you get the information from. And again, you comment the word YouTube, you can have it for free. It's going to be thousands of hours of videos.
Yeah.
And then just so you know, these courses aren't like set up where we're not like kind of a regular group, right? So when you come in here, there's videos, there's descriptions, there's information you could download, right? This is how the portal looks, guys. So this is super organized here. If you start a course, you can just stop where you're at and it'll pick up where it left off. By next month, we'll have a better mobile experience. And listen, the mobile app, guys, when you get your life together, you can't do everything on mobile. So I would require you guys to get a laptop or a desktop computer because it
Yeah.
forces you to sit and just like whatever. But when you're on the go, you constantly in the car, you're here, you're at the gym, you're not really locked in because you wouldn't do that at a formal school, right? You pay that college education. You telling me you're on your cell phone sitting back? You got to treat this like it's impersonal school because this is all life skills right here, guys. And you think about it, most of the people on the call probably have a 2 or a 4-year degree. How come we still can't figure out finances? Just a question. That's the one piece they will never give you because that's the part that once you get that piece, you can't be controlled. Just think about it. No matter what they tell you, if you know that you can create and earn for yourself, it doesn't matter what somebody tells you, you will not fall for it.
Yep.
Did you have to take a vaccine, Champ?
Hell no.
Why didn't you?
I knew what the fuck was in it.
No, I'm just saying, why didn't you?
Yeah, shit. I knew what was in it, so that's why I
No,
wouldn't.
because you had your independence, right? There was no job telling you that you had to do it. So I'm just
Right. That's
making a point here.
Yeah.
Forget the facts because there's people that knew the facts and they still had to do it because of they had to earn.
That's true. Yeah.
Once they
True.
took your ability to earn, and this is what's going to happen, our ability to earn is going to be taken from us. So that means that these guys could have at us at that point now.
Yeah.
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 That's what they're doing now. Like, I just seen that Trump changed his food stamp thing, saying even if you work or etc., you can get food stamps. But if you know, you know, because everybody was supposed to be able to get it. But they don't realize that they're setting up the other side of the new system where you are going to be dependent on them.
Yep.
But they're going to make it easier for you, saying, yeah, we're going to give you food stamps, we're going to give you this. No. How about you just give me my estate instead of putting it inside of the sovereign fund? I'm going to come claim it. Yeah, I don't care what y'all do with everybody else's, but they know that only a certain amount of us is going to go fully through with that, or a certain amount of us have already went through with that. You understand what I'm saying? But it's going to be a group of people that don't believe. They're in the last hour. They're going to get stuck. And guess what? You're going to have to depend on their new social system instead of being free. Now, when COVID came out, I was a full-time nurse working midnights. I knew what was in it too. I sacrificed. I said, no, I'm done. I'm, all the schooling, all the money it cost me, etc. Guess what? I'm done because I cared more about me than me saying, okay, well, I got to do this because I need to earn this. No, I'm going to figure it out. So a lot of people don't have enough faith into themselves. They have been so conditioned that they don't have any faith in themselves, and it's sad, to watch so many people, not step into their power,
Yeah.
even though the information is there.
Yeah.
So, but those that's ready, we gonna be all right. For y'all that's not, man, I feel bad for you. That's all I can say is I feel bad because you're gonna have to depend on them.
Yeah.
Point blank period. The little $1,000 a month they're gonna give you, the little food stamps they're gonna give you, AI gonna take all your jobs. Like, yeah, it's coming.
Listen, so for the person considering the 444, that just gets you through the past, present, and future. It's a great product, but if I had to choose between that and $50, I'll go $50.
Right.
Especially if it's tight, right?
Yeah.
Because with the 50, you're getting a robust amount of information that's going to get you positioned correctly in digital assets. Not only that, but we teach gold, silver, so we're not just stuck in one way, right? So this was a slide deck from something that we put together. We've been had this, but ask yourself this: Are you in control? Do you control your time? Right? Do you control your money? Right? So our time, we give it to who? Our employer and everybody else, right? Whether it's entertainment, our kids, whatever the case is. We never really have time for ourselves. Now, the money situation. Who do they tell us to trust? Financial advisors. We all have financial advisors. They're called banks. That's
Mm-hmm.
your financial advisor. You didn't even know that. Our health, what do? Oh, trust the science, trust the doctors. They're professionals. All these guys are supposed to be professionals. We're fucked. Security, look, law enforcement, right? You can't even protect yourself if something was to happen. All right, cool. Call 911. We got cell phones. Great. Good luck. Data. Do we control our data? No. Everyone else does. These are the most important aspects of your life right here. And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm a big spiritual being too. This ain't the conversation for that, right? You got to make peace with a lot of this stuff right here, unless you're willing to live off grid and just walk around with no shoes on all day. You got to make peace with a lot of this stuff right here, guys. We gave you the time management situation for free. The knowledge is put out there on YouTube for free. I'm well aware that it is not difficult for a lot of people, but what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to make excuses for people at all.
Mm-hmm.
Trust
Yep.
me, there are some people in the world that just really have, like shit that it's just not right. Mental illness, disabilities, who really can't do for self, the elderly. You understand? I'm well aware of that. But we're at a point in life now in just the world where people help people out in any way that they can. But when people turn to government, I'm telling you, I've studied the pattern of this. It doesn't work, guys. When they give you that DEI, before DEI was affirmative action, why'd that go? And for all the black people crying about the DEI situation, stop with the nonsense. Everything, most of it went to white women. And then by the time it trickled down, it was white women. Then they created a group called Others. And you know who was in the Others? Latinos, people with disabilities, LGBTQ. The last person in the Others that got 4% of anything DEI was blacks.
Yeah.
They are messing with us. They're gaslighting you right now. Why do you need a handout for 4%? And then when you look at the I have friends in corporate, and the corporate doesn't look like the world looks. It still is white male dominated at the end of the day. You remember that word minority? Why don't they use minority anymore for blacks? Because white males took it over. So they're getting all the minority loans. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that one.
Nope.
Lack of information, because you want to watch the legacy news. The legacy news is working for government. Those medias are government outlets at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But you want to label us conspiracy theorists. But somehow everything we saying is right. But somehow you keep listening to legacy news because that's a more convenient way to find news. Trust the legacy news. Trust the science. Trust the financial advisor. Trust the doctor. Trust your employer. Trust law enforcement. Trust yourself.
Trust your damn self.
That's right. Trust yourself. And then a lot of people got upset with the DEI because it said diversity and diversity and equality. It's because they got the victim mindset. Oh, we've been set back. Oh, they kept this from us. Oh, no, they didn't. You kept yourself from it because it's always been here. That's a victim mindset. And then they're like, oh, with the jobs, because they don't know that the DEI had nothing to do with the Equal Opportunity Employment Act, which is something totally different, But like you said, they have wired people to think in one way. And while y'all crying about a DEI, they shipping gold in. While you crying about a DEI, they are collapsing a system in front of your face. While you're complaining about the DEI, Kennedy, once again, then told y'all the funds have been set back. But because so many people are not claiming these funds, now they're going to create a sovereign fund. Who do you think the sovereigns are? For the states to continue to be able to use unclaimed property to fund their state to make more money. But the fund is there for you if you know how to claim it. But it all falls back down to foundation. And then once you claim it, how are you going to protect it? They just showed you on the live how to protect it and how to make your assets work for you and not have to deal with, as he's saying, a financial advisor. If you go into any bank and the people that you sit down with, not the tellers, and you look at their card, they all say financial advisors. How about you be your own financial advisor? Learn how to do your own taxes. Learn how to make more money for you the same way we have helped these people through our collateral securities, making money for them. Or you're going to be on the other side where you're going to have to get the food stamps and you're going to have to get all these things that the government is saying they're gifting you when it's really your right anyway. Think about during COVID, how every household regardless of how much you made during COVID, they had to give you food stamps because that's how the world is really supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's because they shut the world down and you are an employer, an employee for them, which is the employer. You understand why they gave it to everybody, why everybody got unemployment checks and food stamps and etc. But is that all you worth? When they used your own account to give it to you, they gave, like you said, they gave you 4% out of your own account, and they made billions and millions. You got to shift your mindset. You have to stand up and remember who you are and stand in it. Stop getting distracted and find the time. I will hope that all 400 people on here will take that time management that Steve and them did. I think everybody should do that. Everybody. And do it for 21 days so that you can set your mind to stop wasting so much time scrolling, just doing everything that's not profiting you, because it's the last call, y'all. Like it's the last call,
Yeah.
and it's going to be sad, but we got to keep moving. But yeah, that's all I want to say.
Listen, 400 people. We got about 5 people signed up for the free AI Visionaries Network. Out of the 400 people on this call, every single one of you are at risk for losing your job to artificial intelligence. I don't care what level of employment you're in. That's the execution part right there, or the lack of execution part.
And it's free because they really don't think like the old people used to say, you don't think shit stink? We telling you that it's about to stink real bad. And if you not prepared, what are you going to do?
Yep.
Let me just show you. Let me show you the value of the network, just so I can get more people in here for free. All right. So when you come in here, you go to learning, AI made simple, AI in everyday life, top 5 AI jobs that impacts in the new roles, AI and job displacement, the future of work, AI evolution, 5 levels of open AI, free, 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 free. AI for non-coders, using AI tools without programming, free. AI bias, when machines perpetuate inequality, free. Introduction to AI agents, understanding the basics, free. I mean, I don't know what else to
But
do,
Steve,
man.
didn't you say?
Of course,
Didn't you
it's
say?
together.
Didn't you say with all that on a walk-in, like
Yeah,
it's free? Didn't you?
free,
Didn't you say that for each of those courses it was free, right?
free.
I had to just show them what the courses were, because maybe they didn't pick up on it. Because when I saw 400 people on the call and I saw 5 people sign up instantly, right? Because it takes you no time to just, it's like 4 clicks,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now we're talking about 400 people divided by 5.
That's
Pretty bad. Like less, it's like 1.25%,
that's bad.
0.125%, not even 1%. That's like what they're giving us at our
But
banks.
then they
So
asking us for grace though. They asking us for grace though. This is our grace. This is why I can confidently say that I'm not gonna feel bad for y'all. It's gonna be sad to see it, but I'm not gonna feel bad for y'all. It's free, but that goes back to us also saying that people don't appreciate free stuff. They
Mm-hmm.
don't. They don't appreciate. You don't want it free. You want us to hold your hand, but then you want to be free. That don't work.
Don't work, yeah.
It doesn't work at all. No, they want cars and they want to flex. They don't. They that's what they want. That's that. I guarantee you, if that was a free course on how to take a purchase order somewhere and get it done, I bet you all 400 people would have signed up for it, because that's as far as their mind goes. You got to shift your mind. You are walking gold, period. Those tangible things, they come and they go. But are you setting yourself up in the next 100 years of your bloodline during a time that will never happen again in our lifetime of a system changing being back in our favor? I don't get it, but that's sad. 4%?
Yep.
Yeah.
no, it wasn't 4%. It
Oh,
was
I'm sorry, 1%.
0.0125. It wasn't even 1%.
That's crazy.
Insane.
That's crazy. Y'all shift y'all mind. I'm telling you, you gotta shift your mind. And if you until you shift your mind, it's not gonna matter what I say. It's not going to matter what they say. You have to make a determination. It's the day I'm going to change my life. Period. Because none of us have to do what we're doing at all. Come on. And then now
So
you
listen.
gonna get people that's gonna sign up just because you said something, and
Oh
they
yeah.
y'all
They
they
did.
can see if y'all open the course.
Actually more. We just matched the total and beat it by 2. So this is listen, man. It's a lot to teach the culture. I knew it was the uphill battle, but I'm like, God damn.
That's why I'm at
Yep.
the end of the road. End of the road, because I cannot. Give me a different demographic of people, baby. I need somebody that already shifted their mindset and that they ready to go get it. Go get it, protect it, and grow it. That's the goal. Go get it, protect it, and grow it.
Mm-hmm.
That,
Yep.
that preservation of wealth is a different story. And listen, let me just give you the why of why I'm doing this, guys, because I could easily pull off right now, but I have 2 younger children and I can't leave them. Right. So that means it's my job and duty to invest in the information to make sure that they land correctly. You understand?
Yeah.
Because the mistakes that my parents made, I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. I didn't have to say anything to them because I didn't know what it was until now. Right. The inability to go get information, the inability to want to grow oneself every day and get better. They had to work every day. It just was what it was. You're sitting here, you're making the same exact mistakes that our parents made, or the person that grew you up made. And you're making the same exact excuse. I will not be at the dinner talking about, I did the best that I can with what I had. I'm not. No.
Me
We
neither.
we're not using that term at our table. It just is what it is. We're just being right now. So my next play is positioning to leave America, investing in emerging markets. I know business in America has been oversold and underbought at this point. These
Let's go.
white wizards have stepped on it a few times over, and they're running out of shit to do right now. So the biggest commodity in America, you know what America produces? People. It still is modern day slavery. That's why they stay in power, because of lack of information, because of general knowledge from people. I was public school trained, just like y'all, just like y'all.
Yeah.
I didn't go to school for financial education. I didn't do none of that. All this stuff was learned from the muscle. And the great part about it is I was never indoctrinated into a system to believe that this is the way it's supposed to go. So when I hear Trump or I hear somebody say something, instead of me like jumping in emotion and jumping out the window, first thing I do is I say, all right, I get that part of it. What's the opposite part of it? And then when you start to see information like that, you start to make better informed decisions. That's called critically thinking. They
Yeah.
never taught us how to critically think, right? You're supposed to sit on a circle and just listen, raise your hands, and then wait for a bell. That's
Mm-hmm.
all factory worker training. It's an outdated system that was created by the Rockefellers.
100% fact.
But somehow that's a conspiracy theorist. It just is facts. Why would you train a nation to be individual thinkers? You would not be able to control that nation. And black people, they will not. I don't care if it's a black Democrat or a black Republican. They will not do anything that's going to assist us. All these HBCUs, there's no AC at Howard and mold in the dorms. And it's like, yo, you keep taking the money from the exact people that keep poaching our best talent. And we're never homegrown situations right now, meaning none of us have institutions that hire within.
Yeah.
So you want the government to come up with a rule for a private company to say you have to hire somebody because of their race and not because of like their mental capacity? That's just dumb to me. I'm not looking to hire all black people. I just want the most competent individuals next to me.
That's it.
But yes, I would give the opportunity to somebody that looks like me first. But I wouldn't give it to a black person just because they're black. Nah, we got to get to do the work. I did the work.
Right.
But if I'm looking at the strongest applications, like, trust me, that's going to play a role in it. And we all have biases. And they're allowed to have their own biases too. Straight up. Now they talk about the merit system. Everybody's upset. It's just an accountability system at the end of the day. Because in the time that it takes me to beg, and the time that it takes me to be all full of emotions and then be like, oh, it's set up for me the wrong way, you're cooked at that point now. That's victim mentality. And I get it, guys. They did a job on us. $1.66 a day. Y'all found the money for that for college, right? How's that going with the payback?
Crazy. Listen, just hitting the nail on the head, but I want to address this because there's a million of y'all and I can't respond to every single person. Listen, loud and clear. Everybody stop typing right now. Stop talking. Listen, loud and clear. Inside the pin messages, there's words. You guys type in those words for whatever product that you're interested in. Now, I understand with all the stuff going on in the chat, you're listening to what's being said, and you some of y'all just getting paralysis, right? Listen loud and clear. If you want to join the academy, in the live right now in the comments, you can write Crypto 25, and it's going to give you the option to either join the academy or purchase the Crypto Foundation course, which is included inside of your monthly membership, right?
And the links are in all our
It's in
bios. So the minute
all
you
of
get
our
off of
bios.
here, as long as you follow us, the links are in everything that we've told you right now. The links are in the bios. The
Absolutely.
triggers may not work. So if the triggers don't work for everybody, because some of you have like weird settings, if the triggers don't work, the links are in every single one of our bios.
That's it. That's what I wanted to tell y'all. So if you don't receive a link back, just click the link in my bio, past bio, Steve's bio. It's all there, right? The same links. They're in all of our bios on purpose. We're setting y'all up for success. So if you don't receive something, just to be clear, just click the link in the bio. We want y'all to join. We want y'all to be a part of the family because this information is here.
And listen, that fourth quarter takeover situation, that really is the freedom card. We're just an ancillary product to that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So when you're worried about how you're going to work your way to wealth, no, it's already there. You got to work your way through that fourth quarter product, and then once you as you're going on that path, then you're looking at how to not only get wealth, but you have to know how to grow wealth, and then you have to know how to preserve wealth. Because let's be honest, even if we found a convenient way to give everybody $10 million on here, I can guarantee you tomorrow morning, if we did it live again, most of you won't even show up because you'd be somewhere spending that thing immediately.
We'll never see them again.
Ever.
We'll see them when they get broke and they be like, man, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. And then it's going to be too late. It's going to be
After 2028, your ability to make money in the world, right? If you think they're cutting programs now, it was going to get cut anyway because the robot could do it cheaper and faster, right? So if you identify with what you do for a living, you got to get this shit together. Because when those job cuts come and they're looking for people who are upskilled, and there's only a few positions, and listen, I look at these courses, there's a million people that's been through a lot of these courses already. So our counterparts, if I had to guess, the millions of people are probably those people. So they're already skilled in it. They probably already have the job sewed up already.
Yep.
So I'm just telling you that this economy is burning by the day. The dollar is already dead. And you know how I tell you this? Because every time you go to the store, even if you don't know finances or economics, go spend $20 in the grocery store and tell me what you come out with. It's just the cost of living is crazy. Champ told me today, he's like, yeah, how much is your gas bill up there? He's in Georgia, I'm in PA. And I'm like, to be honest, I didn't even look. I looked, it was $300. He was $400, and he's in Georgia. They don't even have the winters we have right now.
Hell no.
So now we're talking about the cost of living. Then I do the dot connect, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Since the pandemic and that work from home situation, they've increased everything, right? The cost of food, the cost, the heating, the electric, like everything, because it was a work from home situation. These white wizards are all about this money. This corporation is just that. And you could either be a worker in the corporation or you could be an owner out the corporation.
Yeah.
Like Pav says, public or private. And if you don't make the choice, it's going to be made for you.
Absolutely. 100%.
Here we go.
If you change your thoughts, you change your life. If you change your thoughts, you change your life. The thing that's so wild is whoever controls your mind controls your time. Whoever controls your mind controls your time. Whoever controls your mind controls your time. Whoever controls your time controls your mind. They control your whole life.
That's my mantra. I listen to that thing every day on repeat, at least 2-3 times a day. Think about it.
Change your thoughts, you change your life. If you change your thoughts, you change your life. And the thing that's so wild is whoever controls your mind controls your time. Whoever controls your mind controls your time. Whoever controls your mind controls your time. Whoever controls your time controls your mind. They controlling your whole life.
Once you take that salary from that employer, that is considered your worth. So you think. Let that sink in. I'm out.
And that was that 111 angel numbers. Yeah, I know the vibes.
Oh, I can't even make this
It's 12,
up. Love.
12 for me. Let me snapshot this 12.
Can't make this up.
Y'all better get on the boat. We gearing up. We pulling the anchors in. The anchors is coming in, baby. You gonna be come on. Y'all better get on the boat.
Let's go. Yeah, for all
Let's
y'all
go.
asking questions in the chat, the links is in everybody's bio. Everybody's tagged on this joint, so y'all know how to access us. Y'all know how to find us. No excuses. It's time
No,
to
no excuses.
All right, I'm out.
peace.